gonna work on doing some rewiring on the bike. It really needs it. We got a bunch of different colors of this nice braided wire from Lowbrow Customs. We got an assortment of different sizes of heat shrink. So we're gonna start working our way through the bike. I'm gonna start at the back, the tail light. So the wiring, we're gonna start off going through the wiring. It follows it all along through here. Comes out here. One drops down to the brake switch, and one of the other wires continues up. So we're gonna start with that. Wiring. Probably a bit overkill, but this section is going under the wheel well in the back. So we've got some heat shrink on there to protect it a bit and keep the wires together. The wires are, they've got the braided outside, but they've got regular rubber insulation on the inside, so they should be fine. But this is just a bit of extra stiffness and protection underneath the wheel well there. Two steps forward, 10 steps back, yeah. People dying every day. Nobody's guilty and nobody pays. No, no. How can this go on? When we won't look for love, even when it comes knocking at our door. So we got the wiring harness essentially all done. This is going to be coming up to the switch. This section down in here is going to go to the headlamp. We have it coming down, which is going to go to the ignition system. It's all done and put together. This goes to the horn, and so now I'm gonna start connecting to the actual physical solid points on the bike. Down over here, there's all 3 wires coming off of here. I had to take this off to solder new wires onto the back. So this might need some adjusting. What we're actually going to do is we're going to trim this wire a little bit, but kind of coming up in here. We are going to have quick disconnects, just in case I need to take the wiring harness off in the future, depending on what I do with painting and anything like that. But I want to be able to take it off, all the wiring off, without actually removing this, because once I have it set, it's just a bit of a pain to redo. The bike did have the wires that were coming down here. They were already cut and just wire nutted back together, and it seemed to work well enough, so it's what we're gonna do.
Sun that shines in through my window does not warm me today. The breeze that's below sings so sweetly, just blows me away.
So I don't know how these clips come apart on this bracket for the headlight. They're obviously old and in there pretty good. I don't want to break them because that would be more of a hassle. So we're gonna cut these wires and solder them to our new cables.
alive! It's alive!
So to wire the bike, I use these nice braided cables from Lowbrow Customs. They're 16 gauge. That was what was coming out of the charging system. So I just went with that to wire the whole bike. As you can see, we're coming out of the engine. You know, we have it all the way down to the tail light switch, the brake light switch. It runs all the way up under the fender to the tail light. Redid the connections. It runs up under the tank, up to the front, then into the headlight housing, and up to the switch. So the wires coming out of off of the engine were 16 gauge. The rest of the wires were like this brown one. They were probably about 18 or whatever. So I ran into an issue because the wires were a bit larger coming into the switch housing. This was the original one, and they just wouldn't fit in here. I wanted to rewire everything, so
Redesigning, virtualizing.
I 3D modeled it and have a friend with a 3D printer who printed me up a piece. Overall, it's maybe a 1/4 inch or so taller. Worked out perfectly. It came out really nice. Got my switch working all nice. So my high beam and my low beam work. Kill switch up here. This is a horn switch. My horn doesn't work at the moment. I ordered a 6-volt horn, so hopefully that shows up soon and will work. Yeah, so that's it so far.